remember to screen share on YouTube as well as Zoom. Good morning, everyone on YouTube.
Are you on YouTube?
Yep, we've got someone actually in. Am I on mute? Can you put me on mute on Zoom?
Yeah, you're on mute.
There's someone in the Zoom room. We've never had someone in the Zoom room. There's someone else.
Don't I can see anything.
Can you check Facebook Live?
YouTube up.
Yep. Good morning, everyone. We are just getting ourselves organised, so bear with us for a minute. Give me one sec. See your Zoom page. It's me.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it.
All right, just
It's Facebook. Oh, just
Sorry, we're just making sure that we're streaming to Facebook Live, to the Facebook group. Okay, I can see me in the Facebook group. One sec. Sorry, everyone. Okay. All right, it is working on Facebook. I apologise for that delay. All right, it is working. That's the feedback from my husband. Good. All right. Okay. Apologise for that delay. Tomorrow morning we will be more efficient, and we have done this before. There always seems to be something that just likes to trip you up. First of all, thank you for coming, and we will get stuck into it. So we 2023, and we thought this was the perfect time to do these free 3 days and help set people up for success now. Because what we see, and I have been guilty of it, is that around this time of year, people tend to park their goals and their dreams and their aspirations and put them on hold to January, where they make New Year's resolutions and say, now I'm going to get fit, I'm going to be healthy, I'm going to smash my goals. Over 70%, and I'm sure that it's actually more, 70% of people who set New Year's Eve resolutions don't follow through on them. So that's kind of crazy to me. So we are going to get you started now, and you are going to be looking at yourself in the mirror on New Year's Eve and high-fiving yourself. You're going to be so pleased with the progress you've made. Mike and I are going to be if we're gonna be in New York for that is a massive moment for us, where I look in the mirror that day and go, "I'm so proud of the progress that I have made. I've shown up for myself. I've been deliberate about myself. I've prioritized myself." None of this is selfish. If you're like me, I'm in my 50s and a mum of 4 kids. I neglected myself for years and years, and it wasn't because Michael told me to. It was literally taking on the mother role and doing everything that, I felt I had to do to keep the house moving, and we had our own business, but in that, I completely lost myself. I didn't have really a weight issue, so people automatically assumed that I was fit, which I definitely was not fit. And, mentally strong, I mentally pushed through, but even my mental health came crumbling down years later. So just to give the backstory on that, um, we had our own another business at this stage, and we had been living in Belize, Cambodia, and we came back to Australia and we bought a business, and unfortunately, bad things happened in that business and we lost it, and it left us in a lot of debt. It left me spiraling emotionally to a place where I say that I just lived in a black hole. It was just a black hole of misery where I isolated myself from everybody. I could not think of one positive thing. I did the bare minimum that I had to do. I drank ridiculous amounts of wine at night, and it was certainly not to get drunk. It was literally so I did not have to think. I didn't have to face what I was going through. And that was my black hole era where I would actively pray every night, "God, please do not wake me up. My family will be better off without me. They will be sad for a moment, but ultimately they will be better and happier, and they will be thankful." How warped and how off my thinking was. Could not have been any from where it is today and the way, I actively pursue a strong and sound mind. I mean, crazy. Crazy to go from praying not to wake to now living a full, happy, fit, mentally, physically strong life. So, that's then, this is now, and in these next 3 days, I wanna talk to you about the journey and what I uncovered and the framework I now realise I followed, even though I didn't realise I was doing it, and I can help expedite you from hopefully not as much despair as I was. But the framework, no matter where you're starting, you might be mentally strong, but you just wanna get your body in shape. You might want to work on your eating habits. You might need a mental physical uplift. Whatever your base is, that is completely cool, 'cause I just told you, I had no fitness level and I was in severe depression, not wanting to continue with my life. So there was my baseline today. We've just become grandparents for the first time, and in less than a week, we're flying out to Montreal to meet our granddaughter, and we are full of energy and excitement to be physically and mentally present with our new granddaughter, Amara, and all the ones that come after her. We are embracing this phase of our life, and that certainly wasn't the case 7 years ago. All right, put him on the spot. I'm gonna bring in our company is Mike and Megs, where we have different memberships and we have on-demand videos, and it started out of our desire to just help our friends. We wanted to see them get fit and live their best lives at this stage of our life. So, from your 40s right up, I've got people of all age. My mum now runs 3 times or a few times a week, and, she's in her 70s. So it doesn't matter. Age is not a barrier. It's really let's get our mindset and let's give you a structure to follow that you are going to enjoy, that's gonna set you up for success. All right, I'm gonna bring my husband on for a sec because he is a very important part of this, and we don't have the technical stuff sorted, so I just scoot to the side and let him come in.
Hi everyone, how you going? The other part, we are so excited for everyone to join us today. So thanks a lot for giving up your time. We do really appreciate it and understand it is a big time commitment, but at the end of the day, this is about changing your life and starting here. And that's what you've done today. So congratulations for doing it. Hopefully over the next 3 days that you will learn what needs to be done. And the great thing is we've been there, we've done that, we have lived this. So this isn't something that we are saying that we can't speak to. This has been the life that we have lived, and it is a journey that we are still on today. So super excited for everybody to come along this, to get to know us. We really want to get to know you as well. So please jump into the chat wherever you can, any questions and things like that. So yeah, looking really forward to it, and hand you back over to me.
Okay, get ready because we're going to do a tech admin switch. I'm just going to say and make sure that's working. All right, get ready, people, for my first active. All right. Okay. Okay, sorry, I am just swapping to, this is not a PowerPoint presentation, but I do have a few slides just so you can follow along and you can take any notes that you like. So is that good for everyone? You can see it on the screen?
No, YouTube, even Facebook.
All right. Can you give me 1 sec, everyone, and I'll just quickly put it up on YouTube as well. All right. Are we all good? Yeah?
Swearing.
Okay. Are you good on Zoom, though?
Yeah.
All right. Now, this is the official welcome to the Fit for 50 and Beyond Transformation Queens Challenge. Super excited because we know time is precious and we don't want to waste it. We're a little bit more efficient. We're starting off with goals because if you don't know what you are trying to achieve and what inspires you into action, then you're not going to get anywhere. If you don't have a destination in mind, jump in the car and you're just going to be sitting there going, do I turn left or do I turn right? You have got nothing, no frame of reference, no destination, no inspiration, no motivation. So let's start by having a think. What is important to you? You, not your wife or your partner or your children, grandchildren. What is important to you? What do you want to achieve? And what does success look and feel like to you? Now, before we go on, we're going to do something that might seem a little bit out there, but I just want you to close your eyes just for 1 minute. We'll time it. I promise it won't hurt. And that last part, what does this achieving of your goal look like? So imagine that you fit into a new outfit that you see in the store. Imagine you're crossing the finish line of a race. Imagine you're picking up a great kids and not feeling aches and pains, or you're eating a healthy meal, making wise choices. You're climbing steps without puffing, whatever it is for you. Again, this is unique. This is one thing that you will hear over and over and over again from us, is that your goals, your plan, and your outcome is completely and utterly unique. Even though they could be similar to someone else, they are absolutely unique to you. All right, so ready? We're gonna start for 1 minute, and we're just going to visualize our goal. All right. I hope you joined in on that, and if you felt a bit uncomfortable and a bit uncertain, that's okay. That's actually really valuable for you to know, because over these 3 days, you can start to think about yourself, and I can guarantee one of the reasons you're here is because you haven't thought about yourself enough. So why set goals? Why do we even need one? I started off by saying, if you get in the car and just drive with no destination in mind, who knows where you're going to end up? So with that, what are some of the things that we will obtain by setting goals? We will have clarity and focus. They give us direction and, most importantly, purpose. They can then proactively help us prioritize actions and avoid distractions, because we've got somewhere we're going and we know the reason why. And also, we want to measure our progress. Goals allow you to track your progress objectively. Oh, I think I did that. No, did you go for a walk today or didn't you? And tangible results will boost motivation and confidence, which will keep you going along this path. And it's also a long-term commitment. Goals foster that commitment and discipline, and they prevent us from falling into the short-term fixes, like, I'll crash diet for 1 week and then I'll forget it, and then I'll put twice as much weight back on, and then in another few months or years, I'll crash diet again. We are making lifestyle changes, and they help us celebrate. That's something we're gonna get into. So I don't know, most people will probably be aware of the acronym SMART, for a SMART goals framework, and it means it's specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. And if we start to put our goal through this lens, we can shape out if we're being realistic, if this is something that we want to commit to. So let's be specific. We need to clearly define your goal and avoid vague statements. Now, please don't stress if at the start it is vague. Start where you are, and then we can start to manipulate that. So don't think, "Oh my goodness, it's not specific, I'm not quite sure." That's okay. Write it down. Write down a bunch of things that you would like to achieve, and we can slowly massage. Um, in our Transformation Queens program, that's one of the things. Oh, I should show you my T-shirt. See, Transformation Queens. In our Transformation Queens program, that is what we work on. We help you massage and define it specific to you. Measurable. Set criteria to track and progress success. So we are going to have a plan. If we don't have a plan, what is it? Fail to plan, plan to fail. Something like that. Achievable. Ensure your goal is realistic and obtainable within your current circumstances. This one I see over and over and over again. Do not say, if you have never run before, I'm going to run a marathon in 1 month, and you work 60 hours a week and you live for the, I don't know, let's be realistic. Do not set yourself up for failure, I guess is what I'm saying there. Relevant. Align with your overall health and fitness aspirations. So let's take that extreme marathon. Maybe it's to run 1K or 2K, and that is something that you can fit into your lifestyle and from the level of fitness that you are now. And time bound. Set a specific time frame for achieving your goal. Why do we do that? Or else we keep delaying it. We're all procrastinators at heart. It is almost like we are hardwired to put things off. If we have a goal with a deadline, we know when we've got to achieve it, which is why you will hear me talk about this each day this week, over these next 3 days, 6 weeks, 6 weeks till the end of the year. Let's set something that's achievable and obtainable, that we are up there with our glass of champagne, like and I in New York at a rooftop bar that I can't remember the name of, and we are going to say cheers to achieving our goals, and we want to say cheers to you achieving your goals as well. All right. Let's have a look at some examples of SMART goals in action. And again, by no means these do not have to be yours. I just want to give you examples so you can apply it to whatever it is you want to achieve. I will complete a 5K park run 3 months from now. So on December 2nd, or whatever it is. So what's 3 months? November, December, January. February. Oh my gosh, my math is really out the window. So in February, I will do a 5K run. I will lose 5 kilos by New Year's Eve, losing half a kilo a week. I will start walking consistently, building up to 10,000 steps a day by Christmas. Now, here's a plug. If you joined the challenge, you would have got our free 12-week walking plan that you can start to do. It is all laid out, and you know what else you can do? You can look at the framework we've created and make it work for you. Reduce the time, increase the frequency, reduce the frequency, whatever works for your lifestyle. And on top of that, you can look at what we've done and say, how can I apply this framework to another goal I want to achieve? That's all you have to do, and we are always here to help. Also on the plan, I go live on my Instagram stories every single day about how I'm taking my 12-week walking challenge. Today was day 24, and it was a 15-minute walk. So, yes, I am Australian. I'm also streaming this on TikTok Live, which is an interesting thing as well. So that's something that you can do. Start to look and set your goal, and try and have one that you want to achieve by New Year's Eve, and then I want to hear from you how you went. What type of goals are there? So there are outcome-based goals, which we are looking at specific results. Okay, I reduced my body fat by 5%, I lost 2 kilos. Or do you know what? Our son actually has a business taking ultra skinny males to be super fit. So their goal is to put on, I think, 5 kilo of lean muscle in 16 weeks or something like that. So their goal is really specific. Over this period of time, I have to put on this much weight in lean muscle. And we use metrics such as weight, body measurements, or fitness assessments. No, you don't want to get on scales. What you can do is just do your measurements and start working out and keep looking at your measurements. But I really do advocate to have some kind of baseline and something that you can track so you don't get despondent. Because we want to celebrate this journey. Behavioural goals. We focus on adopting or changing habits, daily exercise, balanced nutrition. In this way, we're looking at consistency and sustainable practices. Nothing that we advocate or teach is short fix. It is creating habits that lead to sustainable, enjoyable lifestyle changes and performance. So we aim to improve fitness levels or abilities. So we can run a certain distance, we can lift heavier weights, and we can enhance motivation through this. So my aha moment, I told you that I was really miserable, but I'll tell you what I did. I started swimming. I loved swimming when I was younger, and the reason I swam, honestly, it wasn't for fitness, it wasn't even on my radar. It was that I knew when I swam, my brain switched off because I was focusing on my strokes and my laps and my breathing. So I knew that I had to shut everything out. At that stage of my life, all I wanted to do was block the noise in my own head. Then I got tired of driving a half an hour to the pool, swimming for half an hour, getting changed, driving home again. Then I started to run. Let me tell you, never been a runner. I played netball, tennis, so I ran like that. Never a runner. Mike has run marathons and done all kinds of crazy stuff that he can tell you about. When I started, I downloaded an app. I could not run for 30 seconds. I couldn't. I was beside myself. But I built up to being able to run for half an hour, and now I've run a couple of half marathons, I've run truckloads of 10Ks. I actually like it. And I actually at one point ran every single day for a year, minimum of 2 days a day from a nothing base. So again, if I'm telling you that you can do it, it is because I know that you can do it. I know if you have an infrastructure and support around you and you understand how to approach this, not an all or nothing mindset, but one full of grace for yourself and the ability to navigate life, you are 100%, excuse me, 100%. So this all starts with very honest self-assessment. Let's get really uncomfortable now. Where are you? All honesty, what is your current health status, your lifestyle preferences? When we have downloaded all that, we can look at areas for improvement and growth. Now, we know that also in that, ADHD is completely prevalent on TikTok. Say hi to Peter. Hi, Peter. ADHD is prevalent, and I have worked with women with ADHD. You need to take that into account. You need to understand how that works for you and how that's going to impact you, and we need to plan to combat that or to take that into consideration. All right, so we're ridiculously honest with ourselves. Then, remember I said at the start, we're going to brand up a crap load of goals. We might have one, we might have 20, I don't know. And we're going to choose ones that align with your overall vision. How do you see yourself and where are you going? And we will focus on a few key objectives to avoid overwhelm. Okay, let's narrow that thing down. And once you've nailed one thing, do the next and the next and the next. Let's start. We then take goals and we have to divide the big goals into smaller, manageable steps. This facilitates a sense of achievement and prevents frustration. Imagine, like I said, you can't say, I want to run 5K. You've never run in your life and you go out and run 5K every day. Demoralizing, miserable, no good. We will set metrics and track progress. By this, we can adjust. And again, one of the big things that I see is that people fall into this all or nothing mentality of I missed yesterday. It's over. I'm going on a holiday. It's over. I binged ate last night. It's over. No, 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 no. No more. Not when you know how to control this. We will stay flexible. We will adapt goals. We understand that life happens. We are not going to be rigid because that is going to get you nowhere. You are just going to throw in the towel, and then you know what you're going to do? You're going to go, see, never works for me. See, I can never do these things. I try and they don't work. You've already set yourself up for failure. No, that does not happen from today on. That does not happen. We need to stay motivated. We will celebrate achievements. Every small thing along the way, we are going to celebrate. And it might sound crazy, but if you don't celebrate, you are just going to fall flat. So what does that mean? When you're starting out, you know what? Celebrate that you laid your clothes out the night before to go for a walk in the morning. Celebrate when you go for a walk. Celebrate when you have a rest day. Why? Because you are learning to prioritize yourself and show up for yourself. You are becoming deliberate in how you think and how you treat yourself, and you are making it happen. And do you know what all that means? You are ultimately having an identity shift from I'm a loser, I can't do this, to you know what? I can do it, and I do it, and I will do it. Now, the exercise that we did at the start, we are going to visualize, continually visualize what it feels like. All about the feeling. What does it feel like when we've achieved these goals and we are standing in place? That is going to help us get that momentum, keep that momentum. Remember, motivation dies. Motivation leaves you. You need the inspiration to keep you going. You need to say, this is where I'm going. I can see it. I can feel it. And I am tracking towards it no matter. Accountability. Share your goals with a friend, family member, or coach. If they're safe, like you know people in your life, you know the people who will support you and cheer you on. And if you don't have anyone, you found us. We will cheer you on. External, and it's being shown statistically, I really should find that. External support keeps you on track. Okay, so if you don't think you can tell anyone, or you're too afraid, or you don't want to hear them say, oh, you've tried that before, it never works, well, that's not you. You can't do that. Join us. Join us. Like I'm on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok every day. I am there to encourage you. We've got a Facebook page. We've got our Facebook group. Don't use that as an excuse anymore. And then positive self-talk. We're going to replace self-doubt with positive affirmation and cultivate a supportive inner dialogue. I do this every day. I talk to myself. You are strong in body. You are strong in mind. And I've got a truckload if you're looking for some. We are going to, by this, we're going to start to manifest the outcome that we want. Now, by that, it is just visualizing where you're going to get to, and you're going to talk as though that has already happened. So I'm a Christian, and it says faith is a thing hoped for, the substance of things yet not seen. So I know, and it's a proactive hope. That's not a weak hope. That's actually an active, engaged hope. Expectant hope. I know. I see myself on New Year's Eve having just finished doing 10,000 steps that day. I can see it. I can feel it. I feel on top of the world. I am proud of myself. I've got my new sequin dress on, and I'm raising a glass of champagne, and I am strong in body and strong in mind, and I am not going back to the person I used to be. All right. Well, that was perfect. I didn't even realise what slide I'm on. It is New Year's Eve. You are reflecting on the year where you are now. What would have occurred from today until then for you to say, I have achieved a goal? What does that look like? Most importantly, what does that feel like? So I'm going to leave you. That is your goals homework for tonight. You are going to reflect on that. You are going to really sit in your own presence and just be really mindful. Feel what comes up and write down everything. Do not think Well, do it as if no one else has seen. You don't have to show this to anyone. You don't have to share it with anyone. This is just literally for you because we are trying to help you take the first step to get to where you need to go. Right, that is the end of the goals section. You've got some takeaways, you've got some homework. I've bombarded you with a lot. I just need a drink. Excuse me. All right. Now, this is a perfect segue because some of you are already feeling uncomfortable that I am poking and prodding you. You sit with yourself and be really true to yourself. Limiting beliefs. What are they? Where do they come from? How do we identify them? And how do we redefine them? Limiting beliefs are the things that stopped me from proceeding and enjoying my life. And I can guarantee they're doing that to you. They are robbing you of your future and the purpose in your life. So they are a thought or a state of mind that you believe is the absolute truth that stops or restricts you in some way. False accusations you make against you or external things that can cause negative impacts to you. This is tragic. Oh. One sec. So, what are the dangers? They act as a defense mechanism. They put boundaries and limitation on our life and goals and what we want to achieve. Keep us in our comfort zone. So for me, for years, it was, well, you can't have another business because you failed so miserably. You will fail again. Therefore, stay away from that. That is not what you were born to do. You are going to stuff it up. You are going to lose more money. You are a loser. Don't even bother trying. A little personal example for you all there. So where do they come from? They can come from family values and beliefs, life experiences, or education. I grew up in a great family. I can say mine came through life experiences that just kept saying, forget it, give up, don't dream, don't do anything, just bide time, finish your life. So, do any of these resonate with you? And I'm sure you've got some that you can add. I don't have what it takes. Nothing ever works for me. I'm a failure. I've tried before and no success. I don't have enough time. I can't afford it. Too young, too old, too quiet, too loud. Shy, cursed, unlucky. No one picks me. Don't deserve it. I'm too unfit. I've always been this way. I'm not worthy. I'm not trustworthy. Unfortunately, the list is massive. So how do we identify that? Again, get ready to be uncomfortable. We need to consciously think about our daily life. What is it that we speak to ourselves? We speak to ourselves more than anyone ever will. That's why we have to be so careful. We need to think about what we think about. And what's your reaction when you make a mistake? So if you just stuff something up, straight away do you go, well, I'm just a loser? That's so typical. When something goes wrong, well, of course, that's always me. That's just how it works for me. Think about what you think about. That is an exercise for you to do. And then, again, let's be uncomfortable and reflect on what we discover. And this is a hard question. Are you a friend to yourself or do you perpetuate the negative dialogue? What do you do? I know for years and years and years, I just confirmed every crazy thought I had, every destructive, nasty, horrible thought I had about myself, I just agreed with. And then I'd add some more. You're a loser, I know. I know, I'm pathetic. I am such a loser. I'm so ashamed. I can't live with myself. I hate myself. What a loser. You know what now? If any negative thought tries to come across my mind, I'm like, no, 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 no. No, sorry. Sorry, I have dealt with my past. That is in the past. That is not defining me. I have got a strong mind, and that is not me. I am worthy. I am trustworthy. I am full of power and passion and purpose and drive. I am not subject to my past. I am not subject to that negative dialogue that goes around. Now, does that take time? Yes, it takes time. Just like getting fit, to get your mind fit takes time. The neural pathways in our brain go down the path of least resistance, and if you're being continually bombarding yourself with negative thoughts, that's where your thought life is going to go. You have to kind of disrupt that and create new neural pathways. And then eventually they'll be the dominant ones, which is what it is for me. So now when I get a negative thought, I'm much faster to go, no, call time on that. That is bullshit. This is what the right thought is. However, that does take time and you do need to persevere. You need to practice. So I said this before, we listen to our own voice more than any other in our life. And you know the old adage that like 99 people could tell you that you've done great. One person will say that was shocking, and what are you going to think about? What are you going to think? Oh, gee, I'm a loser. I really did stuff that up. Completely ignoring and missing the fact that 99 told you you were awesome. Crazy. Then every journey is going to have its ups and downs, whether it's your fitness or your mind, which is why we share them, because we want the outcome to be strong in body and strong in mind. If we're strong in mind, our body will respond to that. And it's not easy. So people who are selling you easy outcomes, I hate to break it to you, we need to put in the work. One thing I have learned is that you can't outsource your mind, how you think, and you can't outsource your fitness. You can go and see counsellors, and I have done a truckload of that, and I am an absolute advocate for it. But at the end of the day, I had to do the work and I had to be ready to change. The same with your fitness. We can help you structure a plan. We've got workout videos that you can do at home that are really from really beginner level onwards. And I can sit and call you and clap and cheer you, but if you don't actually do them, you're not gonna change. So you can have the most supportive engagement around you, a community that are cheering you on, giving you all the resources and the tools, but if you don't put it into practice, it's not going anywhere. All right, brainstorm. Are you ready? We're going to do another minute. What do you identify as challenging to you and the limiting beliefs you have? What harm are they doing to you? How are they holding you back? So, just go through this. What if these beliefs are not correct? Be honest with yourself. Are they helping or hindering? Be brave and courageous to step outside of your comfort zone. Have a think. What if we flip the switch on these beliefs and come up with an alternate list that best serves you? And embrace a growth mindset and be proud of ourselves and celebrate progress. Now, I've got some homework, but I just want to do this again for 1 minute. Grab a piece of paper and a pen or whatever you've got with you, your notes on your phone, your computer. We are just going to take a minute again. We are going to think through right now any limiting beliefs that we can identify. Let's go. I'm writing mine down. All right, that was a minute. How did you go? So I literally did this, and I will be very vulnerable with you and share mine. We are running this 3-day challenge, and it is a lot of work to put it up, to turn up, and to advertise, and money, and all the rest of it. So, what if no one shows up? You know, we've just done all this stuff. What if no one shows up? Who am I to help anyone? What do I have to offer? I've got nothing. Oh, this won't work. Why am I even trying again? So you can literally, I wrote it down as we were doing that. So have overcome a lot in my life, but I still have to battle with my mind and the lies that wants to be told to it. So what if we switch these beliefs and we come up with alternate ones that serve us? What if no one shows up? Okay, well, that could be a reality. What I know from in the past is maybe no one will show up, but maybe they'll watch the recording. And maybe no one will show up, but by going through this process, I get clearer and better at presenting it, and maybe there'll be another opportunity to help someone, and I am quick and I can work out what they need faster because I am constantly working and preparing for this. Who am I to help? What do I have to offer? Well, that was the old me. I actually now have a lot to offer, and I can help because I have walked through this journey, and it took me way too many years, way too many roadblocks, and way too many going around in circles that I now have clarity and certainty of how to help people. So no, I actually do have something to offer. I have got lived experience, and I know what it does, what it takes to go from here to here, from misery, being pathetic, living in a black hole, hating yourself, to loving my life and having joy and enjoying moments, and no more saying, when I get to this point, I'll be happy. I'm happy today. I have joy today. So no, actually, I do have something to offer because I have worked that out and I know how to make it a hell of a lot faster for you. So I want you to do the same thing. I want you to look at the list that you wrote and say, that is nonsense. How do I reframe that? And then do that exercise for yourself. If you need help, hit us up. All right. Your homework through today is to think through your goals that you listed. What would be the top one you would like to achieve by the end of the year? Because remember, it's New Year's Eve. We've all got a glass of champagne or whatever you do or don't drink. But for me, I love champagne. It's New Year's Eve, we've got that, and we're saying cheers to a year well spent. Cheers to the goals we achieved. Cheers to the people we have become and we continue to grow into. Cheers for putting ourselves first, not selfishly, but for the best outcome for everyone. You're going to do that. Then you're going to think about the limiting beliefs. What are you holding on to? And you're going to take that list, like I just took mine, and you are going to go, I'm sorry, my limiting belief is this, the reality is actually this. This limiting belief, no, I'm reframing it to this. We want beliefs that serve you to achieve your heart's desire. Now, in the Facebook group, please, if you haven't joined, join our Facebook group, go live and let us know what you learned today. If you have any questions, if you want clarification or you need assistance. So that, all right, the PowerPoint for today, the learning section. Please, sorry. Sorry, all my screens were going crazy then. Now, do your homework today. Join the Facebook group if you haven't. Go live and tell us what you thought of today. If you have any questions that you would like for us to cover tomorrow, if you need more clarity around anything, any assistance, then please let us know that. If anyone you think this we would be enormously grateful for that. Now, tomorrow, we just want to hit you up right now that at the end of tomorrow's session, if you're brave and if you're willing to participate, we are just going to do a 10-minute low impact workout. It is the Wonder Woman workout. Now, if you subscribe to this, if you join this challenge as a free workout, we are going to do it together. So wear something comfy and 10 minutes of activity. That's all it is. And just kind of push yourself, see how it feels. If it gets too hard, then you stop. But doing it together can kind of just get you over that hump of not starting. Sometimes when we just start that one in front of the other and we start to go in forward momentum, we get excited and we want to keep going. So that is it for tomorrow. Tomorrow we're talking planning. What does that look like? So that's why today's homework is really important to think about your goals and the beliefs that are stopping you moving forward. And from all the women I've worked with, I would say the biggest one that I hear is nothing works for me. I've tried before. Why will this time be any different? That would be probably the number one limiting belief that I hear. It's not going to work for me. I've tried it all before. So we want to thank you for your time. We're conscious. We're finishing a bit early to make sure that we're respectful of that. And tomorrow we will try and fit it in so we can do the workout as well. But we feel very blessed and honoured that you have spent this time with us. Again, any questions, comments, we really engage with you. Honestly, we want to see you living the rest of your life as the best of your life. And that's something I say all the time now. Like, there's no flame back in life. This is our one shot. We really have to make the most of it. You have a blessed day, whatever you're doing. If you're in America, it's almost Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving. And we will see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.